Alright, welcome back. It's turn 15, and let's see what's happening. So we got a throne. Turns out that as a result of getting that throne, everyone got younger. So that's exciting. Unexpected event. I went and looked this up. If you've got death mages, you can perhaps get yourself some free undead. Otherwise, it's a mostly negative event. If you send level 1 priests in, you might get rid of it, or level 2 priests, you're much more likely to get rid of it. So in practice, we'll just need to remember to make a level 2 priest to clear that out. And then in 3 months, we'll get this thing happening, and that'll just mess with some unrest in the province, so that's kind of interesting. We've got the fortune teller. That's what's telling us that that's going to happen. There's not really much we can do about it, but hey, the more you know. Alright, we built this fortress, which is great. Now we can recruit more sacreds. Well, we can't actually because we don't have enough temples yet, but once we do, we'll be able to recruit more. None of these other units are really worth massing. Maybe we could get some more bow warriors, but we've got more important things to spend our money on. This guy's in place here, so we can start working on another palisade. And I think that this spot is a more valuable spot to have a palisade than the throne right now. So we'll come back for the throne. Let's see. These guys do have mountain and wasteland survival, but that does not make it easy for them to get through here, yeah? Because that is a swamp rather than wasteland. And swamps are only good for sinking your castles. C'est la vie. We've got our site searching crew. They're going to start from the outside of our empire, work in just in case something unexpected happens. There's Pelagia. We've still got our agreement with them, so assuming that they honor that, we will be fine there. And we've got lots of stuff here. We can name a new prophet. So let's go ahead and rename her. I guess it doesn't need to be all caps. Yeah, that'll work. I thought about maybe going with other Parks and Rec characters, but I think that we'll stick with them for our commanders and thugs and such. So let's make her a prophet. Reason I'm picking a snake priest. A snake priest can lead a bunch of dudes, and it is useful and Dominion enhanced to have a prophet that can cast magic. The reason being that Thaumaturgy has this spell. Well, there's different schools for different versions of the spell, but there's this level 7 spell, Apotheosis, where you can make a divine garland that basically gives you another prophet slash pretender type person, and that's an option that I want to keep open. So I want whoever is my prophet to be able to cast Apotheosis when the time comes. And we're definitely going to want to get some Thaumaturgy, because in Thaumaturgy 6, Dominion's Enhanced adds this Release Throne power. Release Throne power is interesting. It's not described very well in terms of, I wouldn't say it's described very well. Pretender gains benefits dependent on the throne. Like, when you read that, or at least when I read it, I thought, well, that means if it's a strength throne, he'll get strength, or if it's a magic resistance throne, he'll get magic resistance. And so in that case, that would not be very inspiring for this throne here. However, it's actually way better than that. It gives you like 1,000 gold, plus refunds you a bunch of gems, and gives you a permanent power and a well, like a permanent ability to recall your god faster, and a permanent sight that increases the magic in the province. Which means that we'll release throne power on this throne once we get to Thaumaturgy 6, which won't be for quite a while, but then we'll move all our researchers there. They'll have Lightless Landers by that point, and our research should just be through the roof. So that's a nice aspiration to have. Again, we're not there yet, but it's good to plan for the future. Meanwhile, we're going to want to grab this province, and these guys can definitely do it. So let's send this guy to go along with them, just because if we were to lose somebody, he is less consequential to lose, although obviously I prefer to not lose anybody. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of searching just while it's convenient, and we'll grab a level 2 priest because of that event that we mentioned. It's happening here in Range of Light, so actually let's have this province grab the level 2 priest, and this province will instead get a snake priest, and our capital, that is. We don't need a snake priest yet, but it's useful to have because a snake priest can lead our troops out of here. In any case, this combination here is going to grab Black Peaks, and our god is going to be on her way to go out here. Do I have anything nifty to forage at the moment? No, I haven't learned any better construction. I could Twist Fate or Poison Touch or something, but what's this thing do? It's a nice hat. Yes, I don't need any of those things. I could see making her Boots of Long Strides. She is moving around a lot, but I don't really have a good person to make them for her other than this guy. 17 points of research is a lot to give up. If you're wondering why I'm even considering that at all, well, actually, these guys only have 10 points of research, and we're relying on our pretender a lot right now. And the spot I'm moving her to, because she can't actually get all the way to these provinces I want to conquer, the spot I'm moving her to has a lab. So yeah, I am going to make those boots for her, forego the 10 points of research, because I think that that's going to be very flexible since we're relying on her so much in this early game. Could go ahead and throw another Snake Warrior out, and we don't have enough to upgrade this into a castle yet, and that's just the way it is. Go ahead and send these with him. We're leaving our flank with Jotunheim relatively undefended, and that's, again, there's just only so many things that we can commit to. Go ahead and put some more over here. A Water Mage may enter to summon a Mist Warrior. I'll have to look up and see what a Mist Warrior does. That's a nice option to have on the table if the Mist Warrior is any good. Our Scout. So it's really important that I figure out who is on the other side of Abysia. And the only province that can get through there is here, where Abysia was patrolling me previously. Speaking of which, let's make sure we're recruiting more scouts. So that I can hope that Abyssia's patrols do not catch me here. I know that this area is Ariu, and they're quite proud of their conquest. But we can go and take a peek further into this land. I would very much like to grab this throne here, and I think that would honestly be a good size empire. There's kind of this feeling with Dominions of you need to be constantly expanding, and that's definitely a great place to be. But if you go into a war of equals, then neither of you is really gonna come out ahead, and you'll just drag your resources down. So I much prefer to find an opportunity and really make that opportunity my own. What does that mean for here? Well, the big opportunity I would say is the mid game in Abyssia, because the mid game, once we've got our enchantment up to enchantment 5 and can cast Foul Vapors, then we should be able to really put the hurting on Abyssia, because Foul Vapors will hit the whole battlefield with poison negating damage. I don't poison armor negating damage. I don't really see what Abyssia could do to counter it, and um, all of our sacreds are immune to it because I took poison resistance as part of my bless. And this guy, for example, like he can cast it with just a nature gem or a thistle mace plus the nature gems to actually let the spell loose. And once we stop recruiting snake priests and get back to Yayas in the capital, then we'll be able to cast even more of that there. So that's the plan. The big thing is going to be, can we get this palisade online, and will Abyssia be deterred by the army that we have on their doorstep? Because really, I just need Abyssia to not fight me before we're ready to fight them. Over here, Jotunheim, that's a great place for a fort. They'll probably put one in one of these spots. Not having my Dominion there, I don't know which spot is a better place for a fort. Probably here because it has the higher recruitment points, but we'll see. If I were putting a fort, I would put it there. But we will see, we will see. Mercenaries, shipwreckers. Oh, it looks like Sawiki is recruiting some guys. Who's Sonakinder? Don't think I need those. Shipwreckers. Would I have to give up to put in a bidder on the shipwreckers? And would the shipwreckers even be able to take the Ocean of our Lord? I don't know the mercenaries well enough. There's enough uncertainty that I prefer to just keep my money and spend it on more temples, which I know I'm going to need, more palisades, which I know I'm going to need, more sacreds, which I know I'm going to need. We really need to get a critical mass of these sun priests, and then the plan will be to have some of them be communion slaves, everyone else be communion masters, lopsided in favor of the masters, and the masters will just spam the hell out of the mind burns. And I think that that's something that we can do. These guys can get to this wasteland, these guys can get to this wasteland. We're not actually recruiting any of either one this turn, but starting next turn we'll be getting 2 per turn. And that should make Abyssia think twice, or at least give us an upper hand if it actually comes to blows there. Alright, exciting turn. Things are looking up for good old Pawnee, Indiana. See you all on turn 16.